No, I'm just so proud of what he's been able to accomplish at Boise State and now moving on to the NFL. It's really cool. He's the fifth guy to be in the league for us. But to have a guy that's going to be a top 5-10 pick is unbelievable. We always knew he was going to be a great player. We always knew he was going to flourish at the collegiate level. But to do what he did and break the records and really write his name in the history books and to be a top 5-10 pick, it's just really a proud moment for me, for our program, for our city. Because he's such a great kid too. He does everything the right way. He's represented this program, this city, and his family at such a high elite level.
What about just the fact that like there's some parallels to, having the draft night on a field where he used to be? I mean, clearly y'all can't go out to the real field. It's kind of hot outside.
Right.
But there's some parallels to like this is where it began. This is the next step in his future, and it's a huge step. How do you take that in as a coach?
Yeah, I can blink and see him running around in here, going through practice, going through warm-ups, lifting weights in here, going through all season and boot camp and all those things. It's really cool for us and for myself to be a small part in his success. He was going to be a success no matter where he was at, but to be a small part in it's really, really cool.
I would say you were pretty bigger than small. I mean, you were the head coach. I mean, so you kind of have an early foundation with him. You're part of that base level that he's built this house and this church on, in a sense.
Yeah, we've been really fortunate to have really good players. Good players make good coaches. But he bought into everything we asked him to do. Probably the most unselfish player I've ever had. As a sophomore, he played defense. As a junior, he played in the slot and then also played some running back and then became the full-time guy. And he could have easily been upset, but he was willing to serve the team and whatever we needed to be successful.
Yeah.
So we pushed him every single day, and we held him and our top guys to a higher standard. And he bought into that, and he led the way for all those other younger guys too. He really has set the example. He was such a bell cow for us in all the practices and all the games. As many times he's going to carry the football, as many times he's going to catch the football. And he never let up at practice. He let us push him harder than anybody else. Even when we tried to take some reps off of him, he said no. He said, I've got to set the tone for the team. And it's really permeated even through the group that we have back here now. They benefited from his work ethic because that became the standard here.